Yeah, is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So let's begin. So in the previous class, I had explained you all about packet size. So who can tell me what is circuit switch? Circuit switching. What do you mean by circuit switching? Yes, anyone? सर्किट स्विचिंग क्या है? No. Lovely. Circuit switching is when two parties or two stations wants to communicate with each other. The circuit is first established before they start transmitting the signals from one place to the other. The circuit is established how the station that is, there are many nodes in between. So the station has to establish a connection with one node. Then the node searches for the next leg in the route. And after it searches and finds another leg in the route, it requests a connection to that node. Then that node requests a connection to another node leading to the station. And then finally the exit node will request a connection to the receiver station. Now, once this circuit has been established, there will be an acknowledgement which will be sent back, and then the both the stations can then talk. Now, in this case, the circuit that is established is going to be a dedicated channel. Okay, so no, when these two stations are talking or communicating, no other station can transmit the data on the similar path. Okay, so that is circuit switching. Now, the packet switching में क्या होता है? See, in circuit switching, voice transmission के लिए it is best. But for for data communication, that's not the optimum utilization, because half the time the line will be idle, because you make a connection to a server and then you switch on to your work, then you go back, you come back, all that. Utne mein you're not utilizing the path at an optimum to an optimum level. So for voice transmission, circuit switch is very nice, but for data transmission, this is not good. So the next invention was packet switching. Now, in packet switching, what happens is the message is broken down into small packets, and then it is transmitted, it is injected into the network. Now, in this case, what happens is the message is broken down into small packets. And then can anyone tell me?
Ma'am, your voice was breaking.
Ma'am, your voice got breaking.
My voice was breaking. What happens in packet switching or datagram switching? Now, is it audible?
Yes, ma'am.
What is datagram packet switching?
There is no dedicated link.
Okay. So, how are the packets transmitted?
So,
The message is divided into small packets, and in that there are identifiers in the front, like the address of the destination, and it is being transferred to via node to node, and each node will be passing in by the address, by the looking at the traffic control, and it will pass to the destination machine.
So, there is no pre-established circuit in this. Is there any circuit that is established prior to transmission?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No. In this case, what happens is every node is going to be um, deciding that where to
Individual.
transmit the packet to. So routing algorithm will be done at every node. Okay. Virtual circuit में क्या होता है? In virtual circuit packet switching, the circuit is established. That circuit is not.
The circuit is established, but the same path can be used by other nodes.
Other nodes, other stations for transmission. So
Yeah.
the path that is kind of established before the transmission, that is not a dedicated path. It can be utilized by other stations also. Okay. Now in circuit switching, virtual circuit switching, what happens is for the first time before transmission, the route will be decided. So at every node, there is no need to make a routing decision. Okay, but in datagram, at every node, routing decision was made. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now here I had explained you all what is propagation delay, what is transmission time and node delay. Okay, now this is circuit switching example. Okay, this is virtual circuit packet switching. This is datagram packet switching. Now when you take circuit switching, I had told you the call, this is called request signal, which goes from station to node, then node to other node, then node to the station. So every time there is this delay. Why is this delay? Processing delay. Propagation delay is because it is propagating from one node to the other, so that will be there. But what do you mean by why is this delay here? Because the node is deciding that which next node should I establish a connection with. So there is a processing time involved, here when it is going. Okay, when the request is being made. So ye wala station will connect to this node. Okay, now this node search for the next leg in the route. Okay, so it is going which node I have to connect to. It will send the request signal to that particular node. Again, there will be processing delay because again, this node is going to decide which is going to be the next node. So once it is decided, it has reached the receiver. Here it will be called accept signal, which will transmit. Now, why without any delay? Why is it going, zup karke? Can anyone tell me? Here there is processing delay, right? Let's concentrate on processing delay. Here there is processing delay. Why isn't there a delay here while going back?
Because the nodes are decided. ये बात से जाना है.
Yes, because the route is already established. The connection is already made. When the signal passes from one place to the other, that means the connection is already made. ये वाला line अभी busy हो गया. जब ये वाला signal is reaching here, these two lines are busy now. Okay, so that is why in return the connection has already been established, and that is why it will not stop anywhere. It will directly go. The route is decided. Similarly, now once the request signal is given, the accept signal comes back, now the user is going to transmit the data. So user data will also go directly without any delay because it is a dedicated path. So there won't be any processing delay. It will directly go. Okay. Similarly with the acknowledgement. So you all understood how circuit switch works?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now let's look at virtual circuit packet switching. Now what happens in virtual circuit packet switching? There will be call request signal which will be made. Call accept bhi atak ke aayega. Why? Because this is not a dedicated path, na? ये dedicated नहीं है. This path is used by other station also. So at every node there will be waiting time. There will be queuing, है ना? There will be input queue, output queue. There will be processing time involved. So that is the reason while even coming back, it will experience delay. It will experience delay. So similarly, the packets will also be transmitted on the same path, but there will be waiting time. There will be delay. And that's the reason it is shown like this. Can you see? एक के बाद मतलब delay के बाद में बताया है. This is for your visual purpose. And then even acknowledgement is coming, with delay. So understood this virtual circuit?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So इधर क्या है? हर जगह पे delay है. At every place. Okay. Now datagram packet switching में क्या है? There is no route that is decided, so call request signal, call accept signal, उसका जो time लगता है, call establish करने का जो time लगता है, वो सब चला गया. There's nothing of that sort. So the packets are going to be transmitted from one place to the other. Not at every node there will be processing delay, obviously, because the node will receive the packets. Receive करने के लिए भी उसके पास में एक input queue होती है. फिर वो जब रिसीव करेगा उसके बाद वो चेक करेगा इसका डेस्टिनेशन क्या है, कौन सा नोड कनेक्ट करता है डेस्टिनेशन को, राउटिंग टेबल के एंट्रीज भरेंगे, राउटिंग टेबल एग्जीक्यूट होगा, एंड देन दैट नोड विल सेंड दैट पैकेट ऑन टू द आउटपुट लाइन. आउटपुट लाइन में मतलब क्यू में गया, अभी फिर वो नंबर उसका आएगा, फिर वो ट्रांसमिट होगा. सो देयर विल बी डिले एट एवरी नोड, इसीलिए यहाँ पे एवरी नोड पे डिले बताया, अदरवाइज देयर इज नो request accept acknowledgement here. So that is the reason why it is said that for datagram अगर छोटा मैसेज है ना, fewer number of packets, तो मैसेज फटाक से ट्रांसमिट होएगा. लेकिन for long messages this might create this might not be a good solution, because it is one message to reach from source to the destination, it will take a very long time. और अगर बीच में कोई नोड खराब हो गया या देयर इज सम प्रॉब्लम या ट्रैफिक बहुत ज्यादा, तो एक पैकेट अटक गया कहीं पे, तो पूरा मैसेज ट्रांसमिट होने के लिए टाइम लगेगा. समझा?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ. Now message switching, I had told you all that before packet switching there was something called as message switching that was invented. Now in message switching what happens is the entire message is only transmitted. Okay. जैसे पैकेट में क्या होता है, मैसेज इज ब्रोकन डाउन इनटू पैकेट्स, बट इन मैसेज स्विचिंग it is not broken. The entire message is transmitted from one place to the other, one hop at a time, hopping. And this is also known as store and forward type of switching, because at every node the message can be stored till the network is there ना, जब तक वो नेटवर्क है तब तक वो स्टोर भी करके रखेगा. तो इसका बेस्ट एनालॉजी मैं तुम लोग को दूंगी, अगर कुरियर सर्विस, ठीक है, अभी अगर यहाँ से कोई कुरियर, इफ यू वांट टू कुरियर अ पर्टिकुलर पार्सल टू लेट्स से अ प्लेस इन राजस्थान, so I will go to the courier fellow. Okay, I will write the destination address on that parcel, and then I'll pay the bills and all of that. उसके बाद में मैं आ जाऊंगी. अब वो कुरियर वाला क्या करेगा, उसको वो जितने भी राजस्थान के पार्सल है वो एक जगह पे रखेगा, पहले सिटी वाइज डिवाइड करके रखेगा, स्टेट वाइज डिवाइड करके रखेगा पहले. उसके बाद में जब वो राजस्थान पहुंच जाता है, फिर राजस्थान में कहाँ, विच प्लेस, फिर उसके हिसाब से वो डिवाइड होगा. फिर अगर आप सिटी में पहुंच गए, देन विच तालुका, देन व्हाटएवर, विच टाउन, देन विच विच एरिया, एंड देन विच लेन, एंड देन विच बिल्डिंग. So according to a particular direction, the parcels are accumulated. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे भी क्या होता है, a message which is supposed to go to west, ठीक है, those messages are saved in a particular node, and when there are messages accumulated, all are transmitted. So that is the reason it is known as store and forward. Okay, so एक साथ वो सारे वो डायरेक्शन वाले ट्रांसमिट होंगे. अभी इसमें प्रॉब्लम ये है कि एक तो पूरा मैसेज अगर जा रहा है तो हर एक नोड में, हर एक राउटर में देयर हैज टू बी अ लॉट ऑफ storage capacity, because the size of the message could be anything. So इसमें ये एक प्रॉब्लम है कि स्टोरेज कैपेसिटी बहुत ज्यादा चाहिए. ठीक है. दूसरा इसमें प्रॉब्लम ये है कि डिले बहुत, टाइम बहुत लगेगा, क्योंकि मैसेज आएगा, फिर डिसाइड करेंगे कौन सा रूट में जाना है, ये वो, एंड देन स्टोर है, स्टोर it can store the, अगर कुछ प्रॉब्लम हुई नोड में, तो that message can be stored in that particular node for till the time the network is there in place. So वो कभी ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि वो मैसेज कभी पहुंचे ही नहीं. ठीक है. So this is the problem in message switching, and that's the reason why packet switching came into existence, जिसमें the message was broken down into smaller units so that it is transmitted फटाफट से, जल्दी जल्दी. ठीक है.
Yes, ma'am.
So nothing much in message switching, just a little bit of theory, थोड़ा सा है. Now you don't even have the, I think, notes PDF में. I'll send you the photo for this message switching का, notes का. Okay. So this is message switching. Now here we will stop. Next class we will start with routing.